comprehension in mocks. A question which turns the mind of each and every CLAT aspirant. So what is to be done and how to do the reading comprehension in mocks? I will give you a 12-point strategy, and I assure you 100% with confidence that yes, you will be easily able to conquer the mocks. Are you ready, guys? Yes. Solo aspirants, so you have your 12-point strategy. What is that 12-point strategy? Let's begin. Note down the things. Reading comprehension is a crucial skill for the CLAT, and here's a breakdown of how to approach it in your mocks. What are you going to do related to it in your mocks? Please note carefully. Point 1. Identify the passage type. What is the passage? What is the style? Is it narrative? The writer is saying, I did this, I went to Somershire and this happened with me. Or the writer is presenting his arguments. Or is it descriptive? The details are given. Understanding the passage type will help you to anticipate, to understand the author's purpose and tone. You would not only grasp the basic meaning out of it, the gist of the passage and the crux of the matter will be quite clear to you. So first and foremost step is identify the type of the passage. Then read attentively. Reading makes a complete lawyer. You know it very well. So when you're reading, focus on the understanding, the main idea, the supporting arguments, and the author's tone. As we had discussed, we had to see that the reading has to be very minutely, meticulously done. It has to be something which is called skimming and scanning. Yes, you have to do the mind mapping in this very, very carefully. Annotate. What is this? Is it positive annotation or is it negative one? Underline the key points. Make notes in the margin. Summarize the passages in few words. Like this paragraph, okay, 2-3 keywords are there. These keywords, these key notes, these key points will change the total scenario and keep you engaged and your aids recall. I've heard various Gen Z coming up and saying, ma'am, we feel the problem of zone in and zone out. I just zone out from the passage. Why do you? And if you will do this, you're making now notes in the margin, you're so much engrossed in the passage that there will be no problem of zone out, right? I assure you this. Identify the keywords. Look for the words of paragraphs or phrases that seem important. They are being repeated. Twice or thrice the writer has used the word absurd, the word meaningless, senseless, pointless. It's waiting for Godot. Of course, this is an absurd drama. They often relate to the main idea of these specific questions. So, these specific questions you will be only able to identify if you catch these keywords. And these keywords will help you to not only understand the passage, mark out the things, but also going in the depth of the passage and taking the main idea of the passage. Refer to the passage while answering questions. Every time, even if I make a mock analysis video, I refer to this passage from this line, this passage from this line. This is your jurisdiction. Don't cross it. The passage is your jurisdiction. Everything as per the passage. So don't rely on your memory. Go back to the passage if you have to refer to or confirm it. Or the best method is when you're reading up, mark out the lines and refer to those lines. It is done in a very reflex action, very quickly, lightning speed, and this will help you to understand the passage and refer to it when you're doing it. This thing is going to help you in understanding of the passage, answering of the questions, referring to your memory and relying on your memory. So this will play a keynote factor in your passages. Understand the question types. Now, if we are doing these question types, what type of question is it? Is it a direct question if it is asked? Like Mr. and Mrs. Bennet have how many daughters? It is written they have got 5 daughters. Very explicitly stated. It is directly given in the passage. So you have to see that this is a question which is very direct question. We have all these questions only in the English section. Now, is it an inference question? Inference question means what is the writer trying to say? भाई राइटर कहना क्या चाहता है? Yes, reminded of the 3 Idiots dialogue. कहना क्या चाहते हो भाई? तो भाई ये भाई क्या कहना चाहते हैं? ये हमारे ऑथर का क्या मीनिंग है? क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं? ये इन्फ्रेंस क्वेश्चन में जरूर जाने. there is some hidden word, there is some hidden meaning, there is some key word which will help you to understand these inference questions. Then vocabulary question, vocabulary is the backbone of English. So when you're doing the vocabulary question, your root word, your elimination method, your positive or negative thing is going to really work wonders. Yes. So vocabulary questions, very important. Answer required you to understand the meaning in the passage. If it is cosmopolitan, cosmos means global, so it is worldly, you're talking of the whole world. Or if it is an absurd drama, AB means move away, a drama which the world would move away from, which is not liked maybe, or which doesn't carry any point, meaning, sense. It ends where it begins. So you are getting the grasp of the meaning of the word from the root. This will play a pivotal role in doing the vocabulary questions. And of course, always you have the main idea question. In this, you have to summarize the passage central theme. When you are understanding the central theme of the passage, the question's idea, and you're summarizing the central theme, in this situation, you take up the main idea question very clearly. You eliminate the options, rule out the answers which are not important. Many times it would happen with you that you don't know what is the answer. No problem. This is behind the curtain story. Every time you don't know the answer. But I know one thing. If there are 4 choices, I have A here, I have B, I have C, and I D. I know the meaning of these 2 words, and these 2 words are not the answers. At least do this. Your probability of getting the answer will be more. Now you're left with these. Choose. Weigh like a lawyer. Use your rationality and educated guesswork. It may be once a while you get it wrong. Don't worry. Don't bother. Don't lose heart. Why? Because this is probability, and in probability, at least when you are guessing and using your educated guesswork, you will surely get the answer right too. So need not worry, lawyers, the ball is in your court. And choose the best answer. Even if it is a multiple options question, in that sometimes it is directly supported by the passage, or you have to refer to the question which most accurately talks about it. In both the cases, you have to understand which question type it is, how to do this question, and what is the main purpose of doing this question. Right? So understanding the question type is very important to crack the RC in the mocks. Practice and review. Now, the more you practice, you've heard practice makes a man perfect. The more you practice, the better you come to the understanding. When you're reading the passage, your mind is diverted. You have always a pen or a pencil in your hand. You've seen never I read any passage, even analysis of the passage, without or a pen or pencil. Focused reading. Mind mapping. Your mind is grasping it. It is going in. You're scanning with your eyes. बिल्कुल devoted, concentrate, whole heart, meticulous. बहुत ध्यान से काम करना है. So practice करिए. Understanding the questions and passages and answering them very quickly and accurately. This will help you out when you are doing this. Is like you put up a watch and you practice one mock and come, practice PYQs and come. This will do the warming up exercise and help you to score more and more in your mock tests. Analyze your mistakes. Each mock, review the reading section carefully. Identify why you got it wrong. Learn from your mistakes. And a person, to fall is not wrong, but to fall or face failure, and then failure is what? A bend in your road, and it moves you towards your goal. And so be very persevere in it. Perseverance is the key to success. So focus, analyze your mistakes, see what was the mistake I made, which questions I wrong. I got wrong. Mock diary में हम पढ़ते हैं, strengthening वाला wrong था, weakening wrong थी, paradox wrong था, figure of speech wrong थी, vocabulary wrong थी, main idea question was wrong. Mark it out. Learn from your mistakes. We all learn. Nobody is perfect, but we are moving towards the goal of perfection. Vary your reading. Change. No fixed thing, Change is the phenomenal thing of nature, and variety is the spice of life. 4 simple reading tips to increase speed. Know your goal. improve your focus, vary your reading speed, review and use. And you can use new, whatever interests you. It could be news article, it could be essay, it could be fiction, it could be short story, it could be anything. I have prepared various videos also on your reading, which would be the best reading for you. So keep doing that. This is going to work wonders. Don't worry. Reading, reading and reading. The only solution, reading square, is going to work for it. And really, those students who did follow it very carefully were really successful. Besides that, time management is very important. As I told you, that come practicing your mocks or PYQs before. Practice reading and answering questions within a time limit. This would be a simulation, a kind of a copy or an emulation of the exam condition. Like this will give you, look, my time is running and I have to run along with. So it's not that you don't understand, just go through it. But with time, like 7 to 8, minutes we start with usually for one passage. It could be more, it could be 10 in the initial go. But don't worry, time management and accuracy, which you have to balance, will come slowly, because slow and steady really wins the race. Besides that, improve your vocabulary. A strong vocabulary is very much essential for complex passages. If your vocabulary is strong, use your root method. Word Power Made Easy book, our module of English, that is the first one, wordless. Grasp it. Our mind is just more than a computer's memory, and we can retain and store all those words and really improve our vocabulary, and that would really be very good for you. That would make you rise like a phoenix. Stay calm and focused. Very important. Today's problems which we heard of the Gen Z. Mom, I'm depressed. I have anxiety issues. I am having nervous breakdown. Mom, I can't remember it. I zone out. No, dearies. You are a perfect lawyer once you think over it. So don't panic. Encounter every difficult passage. Take a cool breath, have a glass of water, approach systematically, ask yourself, am I lacking? No way, I am a perfect lawyer and I'm going to prove myself. This thing you have to say to yourself. Believe in yourself. Everything will believe in you when you believe in yourself. The world would believe in you, right? So, these are some of the tips and tricks to be followed regularly. Improve your reading comprehension skills and ace the CLAT. It will be all yours. Thank you.